I like Souls games. I love them, in fact. But my issue is I want them to get better, and when there's little to no incentive to get better, you very likely won't. Elden Ring propelled this formula's popularity so far up, and I fear that it will be a long time before old problems get fixed because of this. To me, Miyazaki is the new Hideo Kojima, and it's not him that is the issue, actually, it's the fans. Miyazaki's fans, or From Software fans, are cult-like, very similar to a lot of Hideo Kojima's fans. A lot of people think Metal Gear Solid is the greatest thing in existence. It has the most profound storytelling, it's the coolest thing ever, and these games can just do no wrong whatsoever. Well, the same thing has happened with Miyazaki and Souls games. Everyone thinks these games can do no wrong, everything is fine-tuned perfectly, and if you say something is wrong with them, 9 times out of 10, you'll just be met with the response, skill issue. I believe if you say these games are fine, or they don't need to improve, I don't believe you are a fan of these games. I believe you are a fan of yourself. And I'll explain what I mean by that. A lot of people defending the problems in these games are only doing so because they had to endure those same issues. They have to overcome bad design and now suddenly feel that it's justified to keep in the game. If I had to go through it, so should you. It's effectively what boomers tell the younger generations. Input reading is one of the first things that comes to mind when thinking of this. I don't care if input reading by a technicality makes the game harder. It's not fun, and it's not good design. Saying, well, you can overcome it by running really far away and then healing. That's not a good excuse for it. Yes, I could do that, and that is what I do, but that's just another part of the problem. Doing that running really far away thing so you can heal wrecks the flow of combat. It's quite awkward, but I am required to do that if I don't want to get smacked in the face. I have overcome bad design, but overcoming bad design does not excuse bad design. Overcoming it doesn't suddenly make it good. If you're excusing this, you're essentially doing what Ubisoft does, where instead of calling an issue a problem to be fixed, you call it a feature. This defending of input reading and other issues is actually what cope is. You don't care about these games. You don't actually care if they're good or not. What you care about is stroking your own ego about how good you are at what is perceived as a hard video game. I, on the other hand, want to see these games get better. I think they are good games, and I'm tired of seeing old problems in new games. It's very clear these games can be good without these kind of things in them. Why not take a few notes from Lies of P? That game either fixed or removed a lot of these issues. There is no input reading. The mobs are well under control. You very rarely, if ever, get stun locked. And if anyone remembers, people were complaining Lies of P was harder than any of the Souls games. Well, if that's the case, then congrats. You have the best of both worlds. You have the difficulty factor still in the game, and you have the design flaws removed. But most will still argue it's not as great as the legendary From Software games. I guarantee if From Software had their name on Lies of P, people would praise that game so much more. Lies of P is not a perfect game, but I did find it much better in terms of the mechanics and fairness. I just don't understand why a lot of fans of From Software are the way they are. I do understand it, but I don't. From Software gets away with so many things other developers would get flamed for. Look at the way Bethesda and Rockstar get criticized. Starfield is just another Bethesda game. That's the criticism I always hear. Red Dead Redemption 2 is criticized for just reusing the same old formula as well. These same people will give Elden Ring a 10 out of 10. And it's not bad criticism they're giving towards Red Dead 2, it's valid criticism. But it's the fact that they don't hold From Software to those same standards. How much has Elden Ring changed in the Souls formula compared to Red Dead 2 in the open world sandbox formula? I'd say Red Dead 2 is far more different and innovative. But you see more criticism towards Red Dead 2 than you do Elden Ring. Elden Ring brought the formula to open world, which is good, but nothing was really fixed mechanically. Matter of fact, the dead zone is bigger when running forward in Elden Ring. I would say that's a downgrade. I feel the reason From Software has gotten away with this is because the difficulty factor in their games has inadvertently acted as a diversion from its design flaws. A lot of people can't tell the difference between bad design and what's there to act as a difficulty decision. Heck, sometimes I don't even know. Add a meme on top of it, and it almost seems like bad design could be intentional. Why change the bad technicalities when it adds to the game's charm? I think I could see that point of view quite honestly, but I'd rather just have a game's formula become better with time. Unfortunately, with the popularity of Elden Ring, I think that time will come a lot later since it has received a whole new batch of fans. And those fans don't mind a game that, after a whole decade, is still requiring people to use the claw grip to play it optimally. Now, this isn't every fan of From Software, it's more like a group within a group, but it's still a significant portion of people in the whole fan base that I'm moaning about. Not that I'm really all that important either. I'm just an idiot that likes to act stupid on the internet, and this is just my opinion. In the grand scheme of things, None of this is really that important. I mean, it's just a video game, not to mention the fact that I'm pretty hypocritical in my criticism for a lot of things as well. I'm probably just as dumb, if not dumber, than the people I'm criticizing. But those are my thoughts. That's it. Bye.